Have you ever pulled last night's leftovers out of the fridge, popped them in the microwave and thought, I'm saving time and eating healthy? Well, what if I told you that reheating some of those foods might be slowly harming your body? Yes, foods you've trusted your whole life. Foods we've been told are good for us. Spinach, eggs, potatoes, chicken, mushrooms. But here's the truth. When you reheat certain foods, they can quietly turn toxic. They can mess with your digestion, stir up inflammation, and in the worst cases, even increase your risk of cancer or brain diseases like Alzheimer's. And the scary part, you'd never taste it, never see it, never smell it. In this video, we're going to break down 5 everyday foods that doctors and scientists warn should never be reheated, and why. If you're over 50, 60, or even 70, this might be the most important kitchen lesson you learn all year. So stay with me until the end, because knowing how you reheat your food can literally protect your brain, your heart, and your future. Before we dive in, do me a favor. If you care about your health or someone you love, hit that like button and comment 1 if you've ever reheated leftovers without thinking twice. And if you want to keep learning the powerful truths nobody tells elders, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's jump into it. 1. Spinach, a superfood that can turn into a silent threat. We all know spinach is healthy. It's loaded with vitamins A, C, and K, plus iron and antioxidants. It's in your smoothies, stir-fries, soups, lasagnas, everywhere. But here's the twist most people don't know. Reheating cooked spinach can turn it toxic. Why? Because spinach is naturally high in nitrates. On their own, nitrates are fine. In fact, they help improve blood flow and even support brain health. But when you reheat cooked spinach, especially in the microwave, those nitrates can break down into nitrites, and worse, nitrosamines. What are nitrosamines? Carcinogenic compounds, proven to increase cancer risk, especially in your stomach and colon. Some studies also link them to neurological damage and conditions like Alzheimer's. And here's the kicker. This transformation happens without any smell, taste, or visible sign. You'd never know it's happening. Especially for older adults, this is dangerous. As we age, our bodies aren't as good at detoxifying chemicals. What your body could handle at 25 might do serious damage at 65. What should you do? Eat spinach fresh, or only lightly cooked. Avoid reheating spinach dishes. If you must reheat, use low heat on the stove, not the microwave. Better yet, eat spinach dishes cold. Cold spinach soup, cold salad, delicious and safe. Every time you make that small choice, you're protecting your brain and your body. 2. Potatoes, the hidden danger in your favorite side dish. Mashed, roasted, baked, fried, potatoes are comfort food for millions of families. But reheated potatoes, especially if they were left out too long or wrapped in foil, can be a serious risk. Why? Because as potatoes cool, their structure changes. The starch becomes what's called resistant starch, which is harder to digest. And more than that, if stored improperly, they can become a breeding ground for Clostridium botulinum, the bacteria that causes botulism. Botulism isn't just food poisoning, it's a neurological toxin that can lead to paralysis, blurred vision, even death. And you won't smell anything. You won't taste anything. You might just reheat a few mashed potatoes in the microwave and go on with your day, unaware you've just taken in invisible bacterial toxins. Imagine this. You baked a tray of potatoes, wrapped the leftovers in foil and stored them in the fridge. 2 days later, you microwave them for lunch. Simple, right? But that foil creates a low-oxygen environment, perfect for deadly bacteria to grow. How to stay safe? Never store potatoes in foil. Always cool them quickly and store in airtight containers. Reheat using a stove or oven, not microwave, for even heat. And never reheat potatoes more than once. If they've been in the fridge more than 2 days, toss them. Your gut and immune system will thank you. 3. Eggs. Reheating can trigger harmful cholesterol reactions. Eggs are packed with protein and brain-boosting nutrients like choline. They're a breakfast staple and a reliable snack. But here's the shocking truth. Reheating eggs can oxidize their cholesterol, turning something healthy into a heart risk. When you cook eggs, the heat changes their protein structure so they're easier to digest. That's normal. But when you reheat already cooked eggs, especially in a microwave, the heat causes cholesterol oxidation, creating compounds called oxysterols. These have been linked to artery damage, inflammation, and even memory loss. And remember, older adults are more sensitive to inflammation. What might feel like mild bloating or fatigue could be a slow buildup of inflammatory compounds affecting your brain and heart. Try this instead. Eat boiled or scrambled eggs cold, on a salad or sandwich. If you need to reheat, use very low heat on a stove. Avoid the microwave, and never reheat the same egg dish twice. Sometimes it's the smallest habits that make the biggest difference over time. 4. Chicken. A protein that can cause digestive and inflammatory trouble. Chicken is lean, high in protein, and easy to batch cook. But here's the hidden danger. Reheating chicken can change the structure of its protein, making it harder to digest and potentially triggering low-grade inflammation. This is especially true for people over 60. As we age, our stomach acid and enzymes decrease. That means your body struggles to break down heavily reheated proteins, which can lead to bloating, gas, and gut discomfort. But that's not all. When chicken is reheated multiple times or at high heat, it can create compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs are linked to chronic inflammation, which science now connects to nearly everything: heart disease, arthritis, dementia, even depression. You might not feel it right away, but reheating chicken over and over again wears down your body's defenses. Best tips: reheat only once. Use low, gentle heat on the stove. Better yet, use leftover chicken in cold dishes like wraps, salads, or sandwiches. Avoid the microwave when possible. One small change can protect your digestion, your energy, and your brain. 5. Mushrooms. Small but surprisingly sensitive. Mushrooms are packed with nutrients. They're rich in fiber, B vitamins, and antioxidants like beta-glucans that support your immune system. But mushrooms are very sensitive to heat and storage conditions. When you reheat cooked mushrooms, especially in the microwave, their proteins and fats oxidize, creating compounds that stress your cells. They can also develop a rubbery or slimy texture, which signals structural breakdown. For older adults, this change means more digestive stress and less nutrition absorbed. And if mushrooms are stored in plastic or containers that trap moisture, oxidation and spoilage can happen even faster. Protect yourself. Store leftover mushrooms in sealed glass containers. Avoid reheating. Try eating them cold in a salad. If you do reheat, use a low-heat stove setting. And always cook only what you plan to eat fresh. These little changes help your gut, brain, and immune system stay sharp and strong. Now that you know the truth, are you going to look at your leftovers the same way again? We're not saying throw out your microwave, but we are saying be mindful of what you reheat, because these tiny kitchen habits repeated over time can either weaken you slowly or keep you sharp, strong, and thriving well into your 70s and beyond. Your body works hard for you every day. Show it the respect it deserves, starting with your plate. If you learned something new today, comment 2 below to let me know you're still watching. Hit like if you want more practical wisdom like this. Share this with someone you care about. And don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom for Elders for more videos that help you live smarter, stronger, and longer. We're here for your health, one wise choice at a time. See you in the next video.